We're over in r/am I the asshole with a post by throwaway in raft 4911. These default usernames. I don't even know if that's a default username. Oh my lord. My brain is a little fried. Am I the asshole for spending $45,000 of my husband's and I's money to collect a $5,000 judgment from my ex? Yes. I don't even have to read the story. You spent 45 bands just to get 5? You're in the hole 40. That's not good math. The only good thing about my 45 female ex-boyfriend is that he's the dad of my 2 kids, 16 female and 13 female. We split 10 years ago, never married. I started a wedding planning business shortly after we got together and hired him as an office manager. This is when the full force of his narcissism came to light. Basically, he lied about his previous work experience, treated the credit card I gave him for business expenses as his own piggy bank, flirted with other women, was a destructive, vindictive employee. Oh, is that it? That's a lot. I will take responsibility. I jumped into owning my own business and made mistakes. Did not know what was important or how to strategize. I understand that. The business went bankrupt. Ooh, and our relationship blew up. I sued him for property destruction and conversion. Huh? Basically, the civil version of saying he stole from me. Among other things, property destruction. He humiliated me by saying I was sexually harassing him. I was eventually awarded an amount that is around $5,000 today, factoring in interest. I thought I won because he had filed bankruptcy before and could not for many years. He then started this game of chicken with me, and I felt like I needed justice, especially because the cops refused to charge him for all he's done. Oh my God. I thought y'all were supposed to protect property. Didn't he commit property destruction? He's been whack-a-mole ever since. At first, he would quit jobs once he found out that I knew he was working there. He worked under the table for a while, lived off another girlfriend, and then moved to a state where you couldn't garnish wages. Oh, I've spent countless hours with expensive lawyers fighting the case, which he dragged out, plus on chasing him around, throwing around subpoenas as well. My ex has since developed a false sense of security and has been working openly. I told my husband I wanted to get him to pay up before he files bankruptcy or spends all his money. He was upset because outside of the first $10,000 I spent fighting this, $25,000 was our money. But legally, I could just get my ex, I get collections costs out of him. What? After I put down a $5,000 retainer, my ex quit his job and I realized I needed a PI to gather information. The retainer has all been spent. I get this sounds insane, but the principle for me, but it's the principle for me. What? He made years of my life horrible. Yet my previously supportive husband said that I, one of the heads of our household, and every leader has to understand war is expensive, and at times the cure is worse than the disease. He said my ex will never make me financially whole and that he did not want our money to keep funding this. I was furious and we lapsed into a screaming match and asked him to leave for the night. Girl, why? He's right. I could not believe he was withdrawing support. I can't believe you took $25K of y'all money out the bank account. We make $80,000 a year. Are frugal, but what was the point of money if it wasn't used for things we value? But now the investigation was bearing fruit, but I just wrote another check. I just wrote another check for $5,000. and anticipate having to write a third. The checks funds came from transferring from our savings account. Oh my God. Oh. My husband is furious for that, and I said I was setting a bad example for the girls. Am I the asshole for needing justice for the pain he caused me? Bitch, do you not know how to throw hands? Do you not? Matter of fact, here's the fit check of the day. Here's the fit check of the day. If you couldn't tell from the Funko Pop, we Batmaned out. Batman knows how to throw fucking hands, man. Batman knows how to fucking throw hands, man. Right? When justice is needed, the bat is there absolutely all the time. Right? If you need to take justice into your own hands, go do it. Go do it. You could have spent a couple dollars on a PI, found out where he lived, and pulled up and ran his pockets. You could have spent $5K, $25K over a decade of mixed martial arts training and could have beat the brakes off of him. If you wanted to hold a grudge for this long, sure, go ahead, but don't put yourself into potential financial ruin just because you're fine and you're frugal and somehow you make it work off of $80,000 a year with 4 people in a singular household does not mean you should take fucking 30 bands out your savings account and you are thinking of spending more. The lawyer is pimping you out. Your mental headspace makes me think that both of y'all are narcissists. It just hold on. So let me see. The my God. We're gonna go back over to psychiatry.org. Have a grandiose sense of self-importance. No. Be preoccupied with fantasies of unlimited success, power, brilliance, beauty, or ideal love. Maybe that one. Believe they are special and can only be understood. That you're teetering on that. Require excessive admiration. No. A sense of entitlement. Absolutely. You think you're entitled to this money, so you're going to spend what? 9 times the amount? And you're about to make it 10 times the amount? Bitch, you're not Mr. Always on 10. You're not me. You're not him. Ooh, take advantage of others to achieve his or her own ends. Yep. Absolutely. Lack empathy or is unwilling to recognize or identify with the feelings and needs of others. You're pissing on your husband. You're stealing from him. He's working with you. You're working jobs together separately, but you both put money into that savings account that you took 25 and then another 5 from 30 bands out of? My God. What about the kids? They're 11 and 13. You may be able to live off of 80K, but your kids might want more for themselves. Or it's just the fact of the matter, this shit is going to be more expensive by the time that they're adults. 30 bands would have went a long way towards their college. Do you have a college fund for these kids? Is often envious of others or believes that others are envious of them. You are most certainly envious of your ex because he is just skating free without paying for what he did against you. And once he files for bankruptcy again, he's going to be scot-free. So arrogant, haughty behaviors or attitudes. You acting crazy. You're like half of the list. So are you? Can I diagnose you as narcissistic? No, because I am not a doctor. I am not a doctor, but god damn, you crazy bitch. Top comment by Johnny right now. You're the asshole wasting 45K to go after 5K. No wonder your business failed. That shit got 8.1K upvotes. Cthulhu Aru replied, the two of them, make $80,000 a year. She wasted almost 60% of that going after this deadbeat. And even she was able to make him deadbeat. I just thought about it. He's not even paying child support. Oh. Did he give up all his parental rights? Why didn't you take him to court for that? Why didn't you take him to court for that? You would still be able to collect years later. And not only that, up to a certain point, oh, the kids are 18, they can go to court to go after him. So he could file bankruptcy, think shit is sweet, get his ass taken to court. Didn't pay child support. They're going to lock him up. Police would definitely go after his ass for not paying child support. Property destruction? Oh, well, I guess he didn't drive his vehicle into y'all former building, so maybe he just broke a couple things, punched a couple holes into the wall, so the police didn't give a fuck because he was a man. And most police are cops. It's like, you probably deserved it. You're a woman, right? You was probably acting crazy as fuck like how you are now, and they didn't take you seriously, right? Because they're misogynistic pieces of shit and they don't care about anything really. That was like property destruction. It's just, when do cops not care about property destruction? But let me go back to the comment. Ooh, and even if she was able to make him be responsible for the fees, how? You can't get blood out of a rock. OP says it's the principal for her, but she's wasted more than half a year's pay of their money for her principal. Just let it go, girl. You're the asshole. You know what? I didn't give my opinion. Yes, you are the asshole. You are a fucking dumb piece of shit. Dumb. Aren't stupid people supposed to be strong? When I don't think, and I get real angry, I get real strong. Real strong. I put the pause on the motherfucker. When I stop thinking, it's just like, but you seem dumb all the time. Why didn't you bash his face in and run his pockets there? You spent 50, you're about to spend 50,000. You spent 45 bands. I feel like you could have spent 10 to learn from like a top tier hacker on how to steal this motherfucker's identity. And you could have ran a credit card up and got 5, 10, 15 out of his ass. He's post the first bankruptcy. I'm sure his credit would have looked like something. You could at least got like a $300 credit card out of his ass. We got a paragraph from Shiny Irish Narwhal. Yes, OP, bear in mind that you are giving your ex everything a narcissist could want. Your time, effort, financial sacrifice, attention, and a long, sustained, intense emotional reaction. You are losing to him regardless of the 5K. Screw the principal. He is beating you by keeping you in the game. And forget any grousing. That's a new word. On his end, that conveys he doesn't enjoy this. Is this a real word? Grousing. Grund or present, or grousing. Complain pettily. Grumble. Grouse. Okay. And forget any grousing on his end that conveys he doesn't enjoy this. People capable of his behavior love it when their victims respond like you have. All right, people. The word of the day is grousing. You know how Freddy Krueger just gets stronger the more afraid you are? You feed a narcissist in a similar way, except with your anger and hurt. And in this situation, your actions have unfairly punished your husband for the crimes of a man from your past. Not intentionally, of course, but think about it. They're spitting here. You haven't just taken money that's his as much as yours. Think about the time, energy, and attention you spent on your ex that should have gone toward your relationship with your husband. It's like you're having an emotional affair, except with rage, which might be, no, I'm convinced is even worse. Terrible people who hurt us have a way of dragging us down with them, and they enjoy it. Perhaps it's the only form of real connection they're capable of. Who knows? But you being driven mad and sacrificing the best parts of your life and yourself because you can't let that go, it's like pina coladas on a beach at sunset for your ex. Don't let this asshole con you into destroying your relationship with your husband, who's probably 20 times the man your ex is. Wrap this legal nonsense up right now. Apologize to your husband and tell him you'll go to therapy, at the very least, a narcissistic abuse support group, to heal from the wounds that drove you temporarily insane. Commit to that and ask him what you can do in the meantime to make it up to him and start repairing the marriage. You're the asshole, but even bigger assholes who deeply wound us have that effect on us. The good news is you can still wake up. Ooh. I don't think OP replied to that comment. I really, really, really wish they saw it. I really, really, really wish they saw that comment. But we're going to pull up the comments OP did reply to. Let's grab these. From NPHD Punk. What does that stand for? You're the asshole, dude. Move on. Your ex is an asshole too, but you're ruining your marriage trying to seek justice. Not to mention, if he can't afford to pay you $5,000, what on earth makes you think he's going to fork over the $45,000 in fees? And somebody comment down below, if you spend all this on lawyer shit to go after a settlement that they haven't paid, will you get this or will you only get a percentage? So I want to know. I'm so curious. If you're a lawyer, comment, please. And OP replies to this. Am I supposed to be satisfied over the fact that I have made him change jobs and move and just take that as the victory? OP got 913 downvotes. Oof. Even Spoonier comments. No assholes here, but you're letting this consume you. I understand wanting justice, but at this point, you're hurting yourself more than you're hurting him. Is it really worth that additional pain? Maybe you decide that it is, and if that happens, then you do what you need to do, but there are other people involved in this now that may need to do what they need to do. You have the right to go down this ship. Now, you have the right to go down with the ship if that's really what you want. But you don't have the right to drag others down with you without their consent. This got 125 downvotes, but OP's reply to that got 432 downvotes. Ooh. This nigga downvotes is negative upvotes. I know we haven't dealt with negative comments or negative downvotes until now, but goddamn. OP replies, I just lay awake thinking about him living off the unreported cash and laughing at me. You need therapy bad. I can't even call you a narcissist. You're a narcissist victim. I wonder if all victims of narcissists are somewhat like this. I wonder if they're like, ooh. Oh my. Ayo Tech comments. No, that's not me being silly. That's his name. Ayo Tech. You blew $45,000 because of pride. You're absolutely ridiculous and an asshole. That got 4.1K upvotes. Ooh. Pun intended replies to that. Pun intended, 1, 2, 3, 4. A paragraph. And then OP replies to that paragraph. There's a saying about revenge, and that aptly applies here. If you seek revenge, you should dig 2 graves. I'm fine with that. Oh, I'm fine with that. That's not part of the quote, but me personally, I am fine with that. How much money and time have you wasted on this stupid fight, and how much are you going to lose to keep it going? You have a new husband and a new lease on life, but you are so consumed with anger, hatred, and revenge that you are willing to lose everything for even a piece of so-called justice. Why? You made poor choices with your ex, and you're making even worse ones now. You want to put everything on your ex? It's your fault that he had access to your credit card. It's your fault that you brought him into your business without knowing who he was. He stole and you won the judgment against him, but guess what? Your obsessive nature has now placed him in a position to win again. You're going to blow up your marriage and you still won't have that $5,000. But you will have another demolished relationship due to your poor decisions. Stop. If you're in the United States and your ex tries to declare bankruptcy, you can literally go to his bankruptcy hearing and ask to be added as a creditor and fight the bankruptcy. Oh, shit. If you don't stop, you're going to win, quote unquote, $5,000, but lose everything else. Please get regular and consistent counseling. That's in all bold, extra large text with an exclamation point. They forgot to highlight that one and change the text in the font. You have children to raise, and if your ex is dodging of this debt is any indication, I'm willing to bet he isn't there for his kids. You choose him. They didn't. Chose? Oh, I'm sorry. You chose him. They didn't. I need to read better. I'm just like every other American. I read below a 6th grade reading level. Me not smart. Yeah. They need a mother and stability, and not a woman so hell-bent on revenge that she would sacrifice everything and everyone for a pittance. Accept that you did wrong and he did wrong, and you can't change the past. You can only make better decisions right now. Right now, you aren't doing that. You're behaving poorly when your kids need you the most, and you're wasting the only resource you can never get back, your time. Your kids will be grown before you know it. Don't waste their childhood trying to attack their father for what he did. Focus on creating a beautiful life for yourself, your kids, and your husband. Ooh. Pun intended. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the puns at, baby? God damn. OP replies with a comment that's now voted by 144 people. He's been picking up and moving for the past decade. He does not even send the kids Christmas cards. And as far of the courts know, the way you type that up, he's always unemployed and has no capability to get consistent work. So I haven't seen a dime in child support. Ilias Bap replies to pun intended's comment. Man, I wonder how much of the college money went into this, plus time and energy that could have been spent into making more than $80K a year. Your ultimate revenge on him could have been to be more successful than him, and that you didn't need his money to take care of your kids. Wow, you're the asshole. And OP replies to that. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? For many of the years, we've only had a rough idea where in the country he's been living because he is such a nomad who cannot keep a job. He has not paid a dime in child support. If he did, maybe I'd be more keen to forgive his debt to me. The kids only know him by his first name, and that he's probably living off some family member or another woman he's managed to trick into thinking that he's a good person. Capital of Texas replies to that. More like, are you kidding us? This is quite honestly the dumbest "Am I the Asshole" post I read in a while. If you can't even pay child support, in what universe do you think you're going to get your $5K plus all legal fees back? You're the asshole, and then you have the nerve to make your current husband leave for the night over your stupid actions? You're the asshole twice for that alone. Grow up and move on. Edit to add, 80K combined income is not enough to fund this nonsense you have going on. It's fucking not. it's really not. Yo, I don't hope her husband left her, but I hope she got the best therapist in the world. I hope she spent about $45K on a therapist and got her right. Got her rights. Ooh, what was that comment that was said again? Wasn't there a comment that said something about a narcissistic personality disorder support group? Yeah, go find one of those, please.